Hey guys, welcome back to the Wood Metal Workshop. I'm Kent. Here comes Miko. He wants to be in the picture too. There he is. Everybody say hi to Miko. Put down in the comments and tell him what a good dog he is. Anyhow, today we're turning this into this. Whole setup, everything you need to do it, less than 200 bucks. I guarantee it. And if you want to try this and you follow the directions, give a shout out to Benchmark Abrasives for making this possible, and go check the website and pick some up. Link down in the description if I remember. Anyhow, let's get you over here and we'll show you how this works. Okay, first thing you need is an old file. Rummage sales, estate sales, auctions. I got a whole bin of them over here. Files and rasps and all kinds of stuff I picked up that are rusty. This is a very fine file. Probably could have been brought back into usable condition. First thing you have to remember is files are really hard. So you're going to want to remember that, because that's what makes this work. So as you can see, we got our file on here. And I'm just going to trace this one for our first step. Now this isn't a fast process because, like I said, files are really hard. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut that tip. So the first tool you're going to need is an angle grinder and a cutoff wheel. So you can get a cheap angle grinder. If you don't have one, Harbor Freight, something like that, and Benchmark Abrasive cutoff wheel. Or any other cutoff wheel, but I like to support the people that support me. Hey, Miko, get down. Hey, get down. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of cut this tip here. Alright guys, just cutting this away, getting the initial shape in place. Like I said, this is really hardened steel. That's why it's a file. It cuts metal well. So using abrasives to cut and shape it. The key here. Got the initial shape. There's a bucket of water there. You want to keep this as cool as possible. If you can't touch it, it's too hot. You want to dip it and keep it cool long before it's too hot to touch. The idea is to keep the way this works so well and keeps the cost down is you do not have the skill down. You don't have to heat treat it to get a hard edge to hold an edge. It's already got that. So let's just keep that in place by keeping the temperature down and not taking the hardness out of the steel. Yeah, Miko's here. He thinks somebody's at the door. So you can hold it with a magnet to make it a little easier when you're doing the sides. Miko, there's nobody here. They'd knock on the door if they were. Anyhow, back to this. We're gonna grind the cutting edges mostly off the file. We're going to leave a little bit so you can tell it came from a file. And we're just going to kind of define the blade. Kind of mark center there. We're going to do this by eye mostly. Just using my finger to kind of judge center there. But we're going to do it by eye. We're going to keep an eye on it. Your eye is a pretty good judge of where this is. So we're just going to hold it at a slight angle and grind it away, starting with a 24 grit here. Trying to figure out why the sander keeps tipping backwards, and I finally figured it out. The bolt that holds it in place so it doesn't pivot had fallen out. It was laying down there on the bench. And at some point I figured this out and actually fixed it. Okay. So just keep flipping side to side and keep looking at it, and eventually you'll get down close to a sharp edge. At this point I don't take it all the way to a sharp edge. I get it close, and most of you don't cut yourself. Yeah, and just going, we're going to work our way down to 120 grit with the belt sander. But first we're going to get 99% of our work done before we switch grits. You just want to keep an eye on it so you make sure that bevel is staying centered, and you got your marks on there so you know how deep you want to go. That depth is completely up to you. Yeah, hey, if you want to win one of these, make sure you hang out for next week's video when we do the handles, when we do the scales, and somewhere in that video I will give you a something to put in the comments. And people will put those in the comments. Whatever I decide to say, then you can win one of these knives anywhere in the United States. Sorry, foreigners, I'm not paying for shipping. Anyhow, yeah, and I don't know the rules on shipping knives to foreign countries, so. And this one has approximately a 5-inch blade. But the main use for this knife is a camp knife, a camping knife. So general purpose, but I want it strong enough and robust enough that I can use it for splitting kindling and doing that kind of stuff. These file knives really hold an edge well. And really anybody can do it. Now I said at the beginning that it's going to cost less than $200. And the reason I can say that is I went on Marketplace and Craigslist and did a search, and within, say, 50 miles of me, I found probably a dozen similar belt grinders for less than $100. So there's your first expense. Then you've got about 5 belts at $5 a piece. That's another $25. And you're going to need some kind of aluminum or brass rod to affix the scales to the handle. And you're going to need a propane torch. I've actually got nap gas on mine right now. That's what I'm going to use here to show you in a minute. Show you what one of the steps here. But yeah, I thought I had some brass rod, and I don't. It's missing. So we're going to spread this up in 2 videos. Okay, here we're switching belts. I didn't like the way that one was cutting. Oh, we skipped a bit. So now we're down to the 120 grit, and we're just going to bring that up to a very rough edge. And finish the final shaping on the blade. With polishing. Just get it that little much closer. Next week we're going to make the scales to the handle, and we're going to attach them and finish sharpening and polishing. So here, I'm just showing you that, yes, this is the first one I did. I annealed the handle. I'm going to show you how to do that. and without affecting the cutting edge. But that's so you can drill it. See, this one, yeah. No, bad editing. Anyhow, the punch barely made a mark. So what I've got here is 2 aluminum blocks, and you can get these on Amazon. They're 2 inches by 5 inches by 1 inch, and they are going to work as a heat sink to keep the heat away from the cutting edge. So we're just going to heat the handle here, start the handle edge, and heat this to light glowing red. That's enough for this. You can actually watch the steel change colors. You can go from cold steel to black or bluing. And in front of the bluing, there'll be a straw-colored line. So you can go just barely glowing there. That's enough to soften it, enough to drill it. We're just going to work our way right down the handle and down the spine. You want to soften that spine a little bit. Take the hardness out. That will add more strength to the blade. Strength and hardness are 2 different things. So we want the spine to be able to flex a little bit and bend a little bit and give support to that sharp blade edge, which is hard. So, on these, I did not try. I tried to get the temper into the tip, and I just barely did. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.